Your baby wants to be held, not sometimes, not when they are tired or scared or hungry, all the time. The moment you put them down, they cry. The moment you pick them up, they stop. And somewhere between the 15th time today and the complete exhaustion of your arms, you start to wonder if something is wrong with them, or with you, or with what you are doing. Nothing is wrong. What you are experiencing is not a behavioral problem. It is not a habit you accidentally created. It is not a sign that your baby is spoiled or manipulative or too dependent. It is biology. And the biology is ancient, precise, and working exactly the way it was designed to work. Here is where it starts. Human babies are born at a developmental stage that no other primate can match for vulnerability. A foal can walk within hours of birth. A dolphin can swim immediately. Most mammals arrive in the world with enough neural development to survive independently within days. A human newborn cannot hold their own head up. This is not a flaw in human design. It is a calculated biological trade-off. The human brain is so large, so complex, so metabolically expensive, that it cannot finish developing inside the womb. To deliver a baby with a fully matured brain would require a skull so large it would be impossible to pass through the birth canal. So evolution did something extraordinary. It moved the last trimester of brain development outside the body. Researchers call this the fourth trimester. And during this period, the baby is not just finishing physical development. Their nervous system is still calibrating. Their temperature regulation is incomplete. Their immune system is immature. Their stress response system is not yet capable of self-regulation. And the solution to all of these vulnerabilities is the same. Being held. Your body provides everything the fourth trimester requires. Your warmth regulates their temperature. Your heartbeat anchors their own. Your chest rising and falling gives their breathing rhythm something to synchronize with. The sound of your voice, the scent of your skin, the pressure of your arms around them. All of it functions as a biological signal. The signal that says, you are not alone. The threat level is low. You can stop being on alert. This is what researchers call the proximity-seeking system. It is one of the most deeply conserved survival mechanisms in the mammalian brain. The drive to stay close to a caregiver is not learned behavior. It is not a preference. It is a hardwired imperative that activates the moment the system detects separation. And here is what most parents never hear. That separation alarm does not know you are in a safe home in the modern world. It does not know the crib is 2 feet away. It does not know you will be back in 3 minutes. It does not process context or reassurance or logic. All it registers is one thing. The body that keeps me safe is gone, and it responds accordingly. Cortisol rises, heart rate increases, breathing becomes irregular. The nervous system goes into a low-level emergency state, not because the baby is being dramatic, but because from an evolutionary standpoint, being alone and out of physical contact with a caregiver has meant exactly one thing for 200,000 years: danger. Your baby is not manipulating you. They are not testing you. They are not trying to form a bad habit at 6 weeks old. They are running a survival program that is millions of years older than any parenting advice you have ever received. Now let's talk about what happens when they are held, because this is where the science becomes genuinely remarkable. The moment a baby is picked up and held against a caregiver's body, a cascade of neurological and physiological changes begins. Cortisol drops, heart rate stabilizes, breathing slows. The vagus nerve, the primary nerve of the parasympathetic nervous system, activates, shifting the baby's body out of alert mode and into a state of calm, and oxytocin is released. In both the baby and the caregiver, oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone, but that name undersells what it actually does. Oxytocin is not just about emotional warmth. It is a biological regulator. It reduces inflammation. It lowers cortisol. It promotes growth. It strengthens the immune response. When your baby is held and oxytocin floods their system, They are not just feeling comforted. Their body is actively doing the work of building and healing. Work that requires the calm neurological state that only your presence can reliably create in the first months of life. There is research on what happens when that contact is reduced. Dr. Tiffany Field at the Touch Research Institute at the University of Miami has spent decades studying the effects of touch on human development. What she found is unambiguous. Babies who receive consistent, responsive physical contact show measurably better outcomes across nearly every developmental measure: weight gain, immune function, stress regulation, cognitive development, and social attachment. Premature babies who receive skin-to-skin contact through what researchers call kangaroo care show accelerated neurological development, reduced hospital stays, and better long-term outcomes than those kept in isolates alone. The body needs touch the way it needs food, not as a comfort, as a developmental input, as a biological requirement. This does not mean something goes catastrophically wrong every time you put your baby down. Ordinary separations, moments of independent play, the necessary realities of daily life, none of these derail development. The research is about patterns, not individual moments. But it does mean this: when your baby reaches for you, when they calm the moment you pick them up, when they protest being set down with an urgency that seems disproportionate to what is actually happening, they are not being unreasonable. They are being accurate. Their nervous system is telling them exactly what it was designed to tell them. You are the solution to everything that is uncertain and overwhelming about being new to the world. Your body is the environment they were built to occupy for a little while longer. The good news, and it is real, evidence-based good news, is that this does not last forever. As the prefrontal cortex develops, as object permanence solidifies, as the baby accumulates thousands of experiences of being put down and having you come back, the separation alarm gradually recalibrates. The baby learns, at a neurological level, that your absence is temporary, that the world is survivable without constant contact. That is not something you teach them by withholding yourself. That is something they build from the inside, using the security your consistent presence gave them as the foundation. Every time you pick them up, you are not creating dependence. You are creating the internal architecture of safety that will one day let them put themselves down. So the next time your arms are aching and you have lost count of how many times you have picked them up today, remember what is actually happening. Your baby is not asking for too much. They are asking for exactly what the biology requires. And you, by answering, are doing something that no piece of equipment, no sleep training method, no well-meaning advice can replicate. You are being the environment your baby was built for. Subscribe to Baby Mind Secrets for weekly videos on the hidden science behind what your baby is doing, feeling, and building in every ordinary moment. And tell us in the comments, how many times have you picked your baby up today? And did anyone ever tell you why they needed it so much?